What's up, fish heads? Welcome to another Fish Head live stream. We're out here fishing some saltwater. We're going to be doing a couple different things though. We got some crab traps with some chicken thighs for bait. We're going to set those out over here. Dylan's going to be netting for shrimp with his dip net and a cast net. And I'm going to be using shrimp and live bait on the two rods, and I have another rod that I'm going to be throwing with a popping cork on it. So we're going to have a bunch of different things going on. Hopefully by the end of this day, we will have crabs, shrimp, and fish. But I got to get everything baited up, cast it out, get everything going. I think I'll do the crab traps first so that they get longer to soak. Once I get those in the water, then I'll rig up, bait up the rods, and then we can start fishing. And of course, Dylan's just going to be going the whole time, doing his thing with the shrimp. Had to just adjust the phone there for a second, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button if you're watching this after it's live. Make sure you hit the like button, share it, spread it around, get it across the YouTube universe. But let me go ahead and get going before we get a bunch of people in here. And that way we're already fishing. We got cast net and crab traps. Blue crab trap. And I got chicken thighs to put in them for bait. We were gonna make dinner with these. So we already have like two of them in each baggie. But since we have three crab traps, I'm just gonna put two in each crab trap for bait. I think that's gonna be the perfect amount of bait. And then we'll be throwing these traps out so they can soak for a couple hours while we're fishing. Just open up this top piece right here. Stuart, appreciate you coming in. We're doing a bunch of stuff today. Blue crab, shrimp, trout, redfish, whatever other things we can catch. We're just doing ultimate multi-species. Bob just ended his live. Okay. I missed it. We were driving down here. I'll check it out later though. Wow, that's frozen solid still. It won't fit in as is. Oh, I can't break it apart. Woo! How can we do this? I guess I can just go dip it in the water. Well, you can share this one out if you feel like it. I'm just getting the traps baited up. We'll get those thrown out and then we'll start fishing. It worked. Oh, it's still just a bit too big. Okay. Got it in. So the bait just goes in the middle there in the bait pot, and then the crabs come in. This upside down right now, but the crabs will crawl in here, and then they get stuck in there. Maybe the other chicken won't be quite as frozen. I purposely went live a little bit later than usual today because I've noticed lately on Sundays, everybody's live from like 9 to 12 a.m. So I figured I'd wait till like 12. Maybe we won't have quite as many lives going on at the same time. The water's nice and calm again. Hapless Angular Scott in the house. Appreciate you coming in. That was the bait hitting the tripod, guys. Chicken usually does a pretty good job of attracting the crabs. I brought 3 pots today because I feel like that's probably all we can really manage from shore. Just putting 2 chicken thighs in each crab trap for bait. Hopefully that equates to like 2 or 4 crabs in every one. Can't touch anything right now, but I do agree. These things are still like solid, frozen together. But the water is so warm, once I throw the traps in the water, they'll be defrosted in like a minute. Ooh, this one is really stuck. Dylan's already been netting. Got it. Oh, it hurt my fingernail. He's been netting for shrimp. He caught a ladyfish already. Or no, a needlefish. And some bait fish and some shrimp. He brought the bucket to put the shrimp in. All right, they're all baited up. So let me just run down the beach here. Actually, I'll rinse my hands. I'll bring the camera down so you can see me setting the traps down here. All right. Andrian, appreciate you joining us. Hello to you. Appreciate all you guys for coming in. Wendy, appreciate you joining us. There we go. Yep, should be a really fun time out here, guys. We're giving ourselves multiple chances for different stuff here. But I'm just gonna set the phone here so you can watch me set the crab traps. I'm gonna do them right out here. Hey Dylan, grab the traps. Come on. Nice. Dump them in there and then grab these. Dylan just got about a dozen shrimp on that one. So that's good.
Look at me.
We're definitely not skunked. Shrimp is an ideal thing to catch. You're only keeping the big ones, right?
Oh, no. We can use the smaller ones.
We're not going straight out because this is where we're going to fish. We got to go on the other side of the stream. Actually, we're going to do one like straight out. Doesn't need to be real deep. All right, so now we are crabbing and shrimping. Now let's get to fishing. Dylan's got the cast net too. He's getting the cast net ready. He's going to be throwing for shrimp and bait fish if he sees anything good. So we should have a good supply of live bait, shrimp for dinner. I also got some frozen bait shrimp, which I'm going to set up on the rods right here. Again, we found a nice little spot under the trees here, so it's not super sunny. I may be taking these off and on right at this moment. Got a little bit of cloud cover, so it's not too bad. It's pretty much low tide, so we'll be fishing the incoming tide the whole time. Dylan just threw the cast net for the first time. Let's see what he brings in off of that. You might want to throw down some cat food, but don't do it right in front of the fishing rods. He goes right in front of where we're going to fish to do it. Yep, it's the Gulf of Mexico and Ochlockonee Bay. It is a beautiful spot. We like it here, and today is nice and calm and peaceful. Happy Sunday to you, FSR. We're at Ochlockonee Bay again, but we're trying some different stuff today. We got 3 crab traps in with chicken, Dylan's cast netting and dip netting for shrimp, and I'm going to be catching fish, hopefully. I got to get baited up and cast it out so that I can say we're fishing. Dylan's already got like a dozen shrimp in the bucket. So I'm just gonna put frozen shrimp on these 2 rods and use live shrimp with a popping cork on my other rod. And I'll kind of just manually fish with that one, and we'll auto fish with the set rods here. I also put the double drop rigs back on. After I fished here last weekend with the catfish rigs, I figured maybe the hooks were too big or something, or it was just an off day, but we had no luck here last week. So I'm trying it a little bit different. I went back to the double drop rigs with the smaller circle hooks. Okay, now we're fishing. Shellfish and fish. Of course, the crab traps is not going to be exciting until the end of the live stream when we pull the traps and find out if there's any crabs in there. Dylan is right over here on the beach pulling shrimp. So we should have a steady incoming supply of shrimp in the bucket here, which I'll use a few for bait, and the rest we're going to take home and eat them. And then hopefully we can catch something good on one of these rods or my other rod, which I'm going to fish with a popping cork and a shrimp. And then we can have a delicious catch and cook today, guys. I'll grab the cork that I just bought at the store and I'll show it to you. All right, so what I did was I bought this Voodoo popping cork. It's like a pre-rigged popping cork with a weight, a couple beads, makes a ton of noise. What you do is you just put a little like 18-inch leader with a circle hook off the bottom of it. You tie this end to your main line, and then every time you give it a little jerk, it makes this sound on the surface. The fish hear it, they're attracted to the sound, and then they see the shrimp hanging down below it, and they grab the shrimp. If all goes well. We're gonna try this on the other rod, so I'm gonna get that rigged up right now with live shrimp as bait. Usually live shrimp is like the best bait you can use here. They definitely don't want anybody stealing this thing because it's like impossible to get this package open. There we go. Just gotta manhandle it a little. It's pretty sweet, and their logo is pretty awesome. That's a sweet logo. Voodoo Popping Corks. Not sponsored, Voodoo. Just saying. We could fish with these all the time. Got the Saltwater Series reel. Get this guy tied up, rigged up, baited up, and then we'll be able to catch fish. Yes, Jerry, I have officially given up on the chatterbait. Appreciate you coming in. Good to see you. And immediately, Dylan was carrying the rods. Got sand in the reel. These are supposed to be completely sealed fishing reels though, so I don't think it'll matter. I'm not gonna dunk it in the salt water to try to clean it. A little bit of sand would probably be okay. Just get this guy tied up. We'll use the improved clinch knot just to put this on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. And miss the loop. We're keeping it pretty simple. I did also bring a gold spoon. If for whatever reason this doesn't work at all, I'll probably take this off and then put a gold spoon on this rod. Logan in the house, appreciate you coming in. Just getting started. I'm rigging up that popping cork this time. That should attract some trout. Yeah. I think someone's using that for like a crab trap or minnow trap or something. No. Don't take it. Dylan found someone's line tied up to a limb over there and he wants to pull it in. He said, it's the law. If it doesn't have a buoy on it, it's anybody's. I'm pretty sure that's not the law. I did just realize I forgot to plug the phone into the battery pack, so let me do that real quick. Then we don't have to worry about the live stream ending suddenly because we ran out of battery. There we go. Appreciate all you guys for coming in too. If you haven't hit that like button, do it. Hit the like button. Dylan wants 50 likes today while we're at the beach today, guys. See if we can get there. So far, I'm not super excited about no bites on the big rods yet. But that's okay. They're just gonna soak. All I've been using for leader material lately, guys, is this extra tough 20-pound mono. Been using it for the catfish rigs, the carp rigs, and the saltwater rigs. We're not catching anything super toothy or sharp. Could catch a shark, I guess. They might rip that through it, but pretty much everything else we're going for, 20-pound mono would be fine. So I'll just tie up the hook onto that and then put that on the bottom of the popping cork. Getting some good shrimp. He said not yet. Andrian, I missed what you said. I appreciate that. We're pretty sure that likes help the YouTube algorithm recommend it to other people. That's the theory anyways. So the more people like it, the more people get to watch it. It spreads around the YouTube universe. Brings joy and happiness to the world. So by hitting that like button, you're doing a good deed for the planet. That's my theory. Because who doesn't like watching people fish? I have been handling raw chicken and I'm putting my fingers in my mouth. So that's generally not a good thing to do. So don't take lessons from what I'm doing right now. Dylan caught a fish in the cast net. Bring it over. We'll see what he caught. Yep, shrimp for bait. I got some frozen shrimp on the big set rods, and I'm gonna put live shrimp on the popping cork. Wonder why he's not bringing it over. Dylan, where's the fish? Bait size? Oh, they're bait size. and I just got this rigged up. So instead of reaching in there and grabbing a live shrimp, I'll just use one of the live bait fish that he just caught.
Look at him.
Nice.
Which one you want? What are they? Grunts?
I don't know.
Put this last one in the bucket. Also, I found 2 jellyfish.
All right, we got live bait on. I'm gonna go ahead and get this casted out. Probably asking for one of those rods to fall in the sand. The current's not really moving too much right now, so I just put the popping cork out there and we'll let it sit. It does make an awesome sound in the water. It's like kerplunk with a click. So you're getting like that contact click sound, but then it also splashes in the water like a popper lure. So definitely an awesome design. Now we just need something to eat those. put the hook probably like 18 inches under the popping cork. Yeah, the tide is definitely low. I think we are basically at dead low tide right now. Dylan, there's a school of something swimming by right in front of us.
He's right here.
What? Just throw it back. There's a school of something swimming around right in front of us. He's going to check it out. What challenge? What?
Where?
Straight down. It just went through. Yep. I think the current is slowly, possibly slowly still going out. It's like some kind of little grunt or something. Maybe even a baby whiting. It's only about like this big. If I don't catch anything on that, I'll probably take that off and put a live shrimp on.
Was they big fish?
No, they weren't big. Yeah. But we've also got 3 crab traps soaking. And Dylan, oh, what is that, dude? Is it a shark or a dolphin or something? Something big is waking right here. Might be a dolphin. He might be going after this bait. Yeah. See it, dude. Wonder what that thing is.
I've seen giant eagles.
I thought whatever that was might be going after my cork. Or the bait that's under my cork. But it was something big, guys. It was moving a lot of water. My guess is it was a shark, because I have not seen the dolphin coming up. Glacier Shark in the house. Appreciate you coming. Yes, we are going to do a catch and cook if we can catch some. The toilet brush fishing lure challenge. We'll do something soon. Glacier Shark, all we have so far is a bunch of shrimp. Dylan's cast netting and dip netting for shrimp. We got 3 crab traps soaking with chicken thighs in them for bait. We're not going to pull those till the end of the live stream though. So we don't know if we have any crab yet. And we have not caught a fish yet, but we're still relatively new to fishing here on this live stream. We've only had the baits in the water for like 20 minutes. Maybe even less, maybe 15 minutes. Yeah, there's shrimp like running along the shore, and Dylan's just throwing the cast net out there. And I just looked in the bucket. He's got like probably 2 dozen shrimp in there already. So we definitely have at least one thing to catch and cook, or to cook after the catch. Popping cork just keeps like getting pulled over towards the beach because I think the current's still going that way. So I might bring that in and hold off for a few minutes till the current's coming back in. And I'll check these rods, make sure we got some good. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna try. We got frozen shrimp already on these 2 rods. I put a little bait fish on the popping cork one, but I'll put a shrimp on there next time. That was the plan initially. If he's catching shrimp, I'll use some of them for bait. The rest of them we'll take home and eat. I need to find out who designed this Voodoo logo, guys. It's super simple, but I love it. We need a super simple fish head logo. Yes, definitely some interesting stuff. There was this fish head song like back right when YouTube started that went viral. It has millions and millions of views on a bunch of different videos. So that's usually the first thing that pops up if you type in fish head. We're like the 3rd thing on there, maybe. But just subscribe, Glacier Shark. Subscribe to our channel and then you'll get notified anytime. Thomas Lewis, no fish yet, but we do have a bunch of shrimp already. And we're not going to be checking the crab traps until we leave. All right, see you later, Jerry. Yep, he always shows me how to fish. I'd have to like walk way down the beach to get to that bridge. And there's a bunch of people fishing over there already, so probably not going to go to the bridge. We'll see. Maybe. They took your sub away. Yeah, if you you gotta like at least leave a comment or a like or something on one of the videos, or else your subscription drops off after a while. That's happened to me to a bunch of stuff. And a bunch of people have told me, hey, I was subscribed to your channel, but I don't know what happened. I think YouTube does like cleaning searches or whatever, and they go through people's subscriptions list. And if they haven't been active or if they never commented or anything, Never know. I know I've seen you before, Glacier Shark, many times. I've watched a bunch of your videos, the trout and salmon videos off the boat and stuff. That's awesome. We don't get to do that kind of fishing here. We're doing like a 4 day in a row live stream event right now. This is day number 4. We've been at it the last few days, fishing like crazy, all different kind of stuff. Freshwater, saltwater, off the boat, off the shore. We've just been kind of like randomly doing different fishing trips the last 4 days. Haven't caught a ton of fish really, but this time of year, it's pretty tough here. It's like 100 degrees, super sunny. The fish are like half dormant. Oh, nice. Originally from Virginia. Yeah. There's some similar like trout, redfish kind of stuff here too. Stingrays, sharks. Oh yeah, that big turtle. That thing was crazy. The rod was so undersized to try to fight that in. All we could do was try to get it up to shore so we could let it go. That was a big turtle. I got to check the baits on the big rods, guys. Yeah, there's some piers around. Oh, I think Dylan just hit my line. Yeah, I think he cast it over it. I saw that rod go dunk. And then I realized Dylan had just casted. But yeah, we got some piers. We're going to try a few different ones too. There's one at a lake that we love catfishing off of. But like 10 minutes from here, that way, there's a pier that we could try. It looks like it's probably only good for one. I don't know if Dylan's on my line or if I'm getting bites. You're on it? Oh, it's Dylan. He's on both of them. All right, get that in so we can. Oh no, dude. He's never patient enough. All you have to do is wait a second and pull it off. But he always and then he's tangled up. Yep. So now I gotta go get it off. Be right back. Yep. You could have just waited a second, dude, and then all you had to do was just look up, just jerk it. Now you're right. Both hooks are bare, so something got us out there. I'm gonna rebait it and cast it out real quick. The people who were fishing under the bridge over there have now come out. So I'm guessing they weren't catching anything under there. They could be crabs eating our bait, but we're using shrimp, and I got chicken in the crab pots. So I would think that if they smell that chicken, they're gonna leave the shrimp alone and come eat the chicken. Just my theory. But I think crabs love chicken. Try to look and see what was on the end of that string. See something. Always got to have one of those miscasts every live stream just to embarrass myself, guys. Every live stream, that old pen reel, the bail flips over while I'm halfway into a cast, and then the weight flies back. I lose my bait. That's what just happened. We got bait. thought it was low tide when we got here, but it's gone down a little bit more since we've been here. So I guess we'll catch the slack tide here probably right about now. And then we'll be able to fish the incoming tide, which is always my favorite time to fish. Love the incoming tide the best. Appreciate all you guys for coming in. If you haven't hit that like button yet, do it. Do it. Hit the like button. Dylan wants 50 likes in our live stream, guys. We got a long way to go today. We need some like warriors out there. Do it. Shrimp. Kind of excited to see what's in these crab traps. Even though the tide has gone down, traps are still well below the surface of the water. So we should be in pretty good shape. Randall Rhino Outdoors in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Randy. Doing some other different kind of fishing today. We got crab pots soaking with chicken in the bait pot. We got some shrimp that Dylan's cast netting and dip netting for in the bucket here. And I'm trying to catch trout or redfish or whiting. Might even catch like the random occasional flounder. We usually catch a bunch of little catfish, which we don't really want. Hey, Ted. Appreciate you joining us. Got a couple dozen shrimp in the bucket so far, but no fish on the beach yet. But it's catch and cook regardless. Because we can cook those shrimp up. Little Cajun seasoning. Fry them up in the pan with a little bit of butter. Delicious fresh shrimp. I'll also dip a couple of them out here and put them on the popping cork rig. I'm waiting for the tide to start coming in, and then I'll start doing that. See if Dylan gets some more shrimp right here, right in front of us. Keeping the net nice and clean. Sometimes that net gets all filled up with like weeds and sticks and stuff, and then you can't really throw it properly. Jerry, Jamaican Shore Fishing. Welcome in. Appreciate you joining us. Blessings back at you. We got some saltwater stuff going on today, Jerry. Crab pots are soaking with chicken bait. Dylan's catching shrimp, putting them in this bucket, and I'm trying to catch fish. Our goal is to have a seafood catch and cook tonight. So far, we got a bunch of shrimp in the bucket. So at the very least, we're cooking up some shrimp. Appreciate you sneaking in, man, for sure. Hey Jerry, I know you're into like graphic design and stuff like that. I just found this popping cork at the bait shop called Voodoo. Check out that sweet logo on the popping cork, and it makes a ton of noise. This thing sounds super fishy. I think these beads are wood. They're either wood or plastic. Then you got a lead weight, and they're all fitted over this little metal wire. And so it can all slide, and it clicks together really good, and then also chugs really good in the water. Oh, Dylan, fish on. Yeah, we're on. Feels like something pretty decent.
My line was on the rod, so I thought, oh, I did it. But then I saw the rod doing this. And I thought it was me. Fish?
Oh yeah, something big.
Is it dinner? Where is it? Can you locate it? Can you locate it, guys?
Like right out there. Getting closer. Man, it's got some size to it.
Is it a turtle? Is it a dragon turtle? Or is it a shark? Is it that thing that we were seeing?
What is it? It's
It's
right
the
here.
thing we were seeing.
No, it's right here.
Is it not a giant cat? Oh. Can we eat it? Can we eat that? I heard they make good sushi.
Oh,
Can we eat that? Why does it look like a dolphin? Can we eat that?
I don't know, dude.
Guys, what's the Florida?
Check out this jack, guys. It's a good size.
What's the Florida regulation of jack? Can someone look it up?
That's a good one. I don't know if we can eat this or not. Who knows? Are these good to eat? We never try to eat these.
I've heard they're good.
Pretty good size.
Those come in schools. So,
Ange, appreciate you coming in just in time. Check this guy out.
wait, guys, is that an edible one? Like, can we eat that one? Is it big enough?
We're gonna let them go, guys, because we don't know if they're good to eat.
I've heard they're good taste.
These are edible. Stuart, how do you know?
He's caught them before.
They have these in Scotland. It almost looks like a pompano,
It's a jack.
but it is a jack.
Wait, it's edible, Dad. Eat it.
All right, we'll try them.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Where are we gonna put it?
In the cooler.
Oh yeah. Wait, my drink. Can you put my drink up here?
I have a bad feeling we forgot the pliers. We did. Of course I forgot my pliers.
You forgot them?
They eat good? Awesome.
You forgot the pliers.
Perfect. All right, well, we're having a really good catch and cook tonight
You
then.
forgot the pliers?
Yeah. And I forgot the pliers, so I got to figure out a safe way to remove this fish.
Put him down with your foot. That's what I do with Boigo.
I was trying to hope not get them in the sand, but oh well.
You can rinse him, right? I don't know. Does he have teeth?
Yeah.
Just lay his clean side down.
Check the other rod, dude. Getting any bites?
No. They do come in school. So it's bad for them to school.
All right, new species for us here in the bay. I know it's a jack. Yep, they're edible. I mean, jacks are edible, but there's a difference between edible and good.
I also heard that they're a good shark bait.
I know they use them for bait a lot. Yeah, Glacier, I'll show you.
And a lippin.
Check that out. Pretty solid. This one's not huge, so he might be good. We'll try him, see what it tastes like. I don't think there's a size limit. I'm about to check though. Somebody Google real quick. Jack regulations, Florida. I'm gonna put them in the bucket.
How am I gonna get bait? How am I gonna get bait? And I can net more bait. You can, Dad,
I'll just put it in the cooler.
no, you can put them in a bucket. I'll just go get more bait.
I think it is a Jack Crevalle, which they say is a trash fish around here.
I've seen people eating them.
We're gonna find out. We'll try it.
I've seen people just soak it in lemon and then eat it raw.
We'll prepare it real good.
And they say it's delicious.
We're not eating it raw.
They say it's delicious raw with lemon.
Yeah, but my phone is right here, so I can't do anything. Dylan does have his phone. I've got a bunch of those apps. Some are like, find out where the fish are in the salt water, which is crazy because they are always in different places. David, appreciate you coming in. C'est bon. All right, well, that was exciting. I had to take the hook off the swivel, though, because I forgot my pliers. There's the thing we forgot, Stuart. Forgot my pliers, so the hook is still in the fish's mouth. I'll get it later. But I got to put a new hook on there and get that casted back out so we're fishing. That one's still just sitting there. Not much going on with it yet. Dylan is hard at fishing right now. I know he's not going to pull his phone out. We were a bit late catching that fish on the screen. I saw the rod totally bent over, but since we're using circle hooks, he had already caught himself. It's one of the great things about circle hooks. A little more forgiving. Yeah, I thought they were unregulated. Pretty much all the jacks are, but there's a couple like kings and stuff that have seasons. I know that's not one. It is pretty warm out here. I don't know. I came home from fishing yesterday and I found rubber ducks and a license plate in the bathtub. So I was like, what are we looking at here? So I figured I'd just post it for fun, see what other people say. I haven't even gone back and checked it. I don't know what other people have said. Lemon and lime juice with lots of garlic. Sounds like a pretty good plan. I'm going to put this on there, get it baited up, and cast it back out. Definitely not the target species there, but that thing fought like a champ. We'll take it. Frozen shrimp. Got some really good distance on that one. It's pretty much about as far as I can cast. There are some oyster beds pretty far out. So we're always fishing like in between the shore and those oyster beds. No comments on the bathtub photo. A list of what? Things that I need to remember to bring. We always forget at least one thing. Well, not always, but 90% of the time. Forgetting the pair of pliers isn't really that big of a deal. If we catch any catfish, it's going to be annoying. I usually just grab the hook with the pliers and flip it up like this to let the catfish go. But so far, we're not really getting too many bites. Just that one big jack bite, I mean. I'm kind of interested to see what it tastes like now. I know people around here mostly cut those up and use them for bait. But you know what they always say, like trash fish to some people is good to other people. Or it's not really a trash fish, they're just too lazy to clean it or whatever. Right now we're hoping to catch trout, mainly speckled sea trout. There's definitely some redfish in here that would be delicious. Whiting, flounder. I should just make a checklist and put it like on the window of my truck or something. Of course, what would happen then is every time we're going to go like to the neighborhood lake, I'll forget everything because it's in the truck. I'm going to check that other rod here. Feel like we probably need to rebait that one. These shrimp are gonna eat good, guys. These are the shrimp that Dylan's catching. Like whoop, like medium size at the grocery store. Medium shrimp. That'll be perfect. And we have no bait on that rod, so I need to bait it. I'm pretty sure we're at slack tide right now because I don't see much movement at all, guys. Yep, I gotta get some more bait on there. Just a shrimp head and a shrimp tail. That's it.
Going.
I don't know, for those of you that just came in a little bit more recently, I don't know if I told you, but we've got 3 crab traps soaking with chicken as bait just out of sight here. I don't want them to be right in front of where I was fishing, but they're down the beach a little bit. When we're getting ready to end the live stream, we'll pull those and reveal whatever we caught in this live stream. So that should be really fun, guys. So hang around till the end. All right, Dylan switched over to some live bait fishing. He just put a small fish on for bait. All he has on his rig is a hook and like a little lead weight. And then he's putting fish on that hook. So as simple as you can get, really, unless you didn't have the weight on it. But here you got to be able to cast out a little bit, so you got to have some weight on, or it's just impossible to fish right here. Thanks, Ange. We'll be around for a little bit. Here there is a 5-gallon bucket limit of blue crabs per day. That's the only kind we can get. All the other ones you have to have special license for, but we have blue crab traps. There isn't a size limit, but we don't keep anything under like 5 inches because it's just not worth keeping. So we throw all the little ones back. We'll keep some 5, 6, 7 inchers if we get any. Then we can do a shrimp and crab boil. We'll cook up this jack. I've also got a Boston butt that we slow cooked all day yesterday in the oven. So all I have to do is take it and put it on the grill and just smoke it over some charcoal for a little while just to heat it up. and it'll just like fall apart. So we've got unbelievable deliciousness tonight, guys. We'll go live later when we're doing the fish prep and the taste testing and everything, just so you can see how the food turned out. Probably won't stay live like from now until then, because we got an hour plus drive back to the house. Watching people drive is kind of boring for me, so I won't make you guys do it. There's some people that just came with their dogs over here. The dogs are swimming. Yeah, definitely, Stuart. I love crab too, man.
Have you ever tried needlefish for a bait?
No, I don't think so. Is something tapping that right rod? You're up on the rod next, dude. If it happens while you're here. It looks like something might be tapping that right rod. Just keep your eye on it. Dylan's gonna grab that right rod if it goes down. It's just lightly tapping. Yeah, the blue crabs are pretty plentiful here, so the limits are really high, like quantity wise. Same with shrimp. You're allowed to keep a 5-gallon bucket of shrimp per person per day.
So we can have 2 of those.
We could have 2 of those buckets, but that would just be a ridiculous amount of shrimp. If we filled up one of those and put them, like separated them into sandwich bags and froze them, that would last us months. At least a month. Probably 2. We do love eating shrimp.
What about hermit crab, Dad? Ever use that for bait?
No, don't mess with the hermit crabs.
A perfect conch shell.
Dylan got a nice hermit crab with a cool conch shell. Show it to everybody.
Here.
Show it.
No.
Look at that guy. Hey, buddy.
Whoa, he's coming out. He's trying to pinch you.
Hey, everybody.
He's trying to pinch you.
He is trying to pinch me. But that's a sweet looking shell.
Oh, he really wants to pinch you. You can throw him.
Say hi to YouTube. Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hermit crabs are cool. When I was a kid, we always tried, when we go on like vacations to like Myrtle Beach or something, we try to get the dry hermit crabs and have them as pets. And they're hard to keep alive. It's like they don't eat the food that you give them, and they get dehydrated and stuff. It never lasted. I had like 10 of them, and none of them ever lived more than like a couple months. Those kind, they have to be in the salt water or they'll die. So those wouldn't be any kind of pet. And I'd feel bad about just yanking them out of their shell to try to use them as bait. So those guys are pretty safe on this channel. Hermit crabs are pretty cool. These dogs are swimming over here. Our dog, all it wants to do is hunt. So if I put it in the water and took it off its leash, it would either swim all the way across to get to the woods over there, or it would swim back, go in the woods over here, and then we'd have to wait for like 12 hours for it to come back. So no beach swimming with our dog. We had another dog that loved it. He would go like, oh, hits. Left rod. Looked like a pretty good hit. Stop though. All right, Dylan's gonna get it if it goes down. Man, this slack tide is lasting for a long time. I've been keeping my eye on one of these little root knots sticking out of the sand down here, and the water's been like right on that thing for about 30 minutes now. Is it tapping? The dogs sound like they're fighting, but they're actually playing. It's still tapping. It's just not committing. Come on, fish, commit. These fish have a fear of commitment. Probably won't be good for them if they do. Unless they're an undersized fish, then we'll just throw it back. But we would like to catch one good eater fish, like a trout or a redfish, or even a whiting or something. I catch more whiting over on the beach. If you go on the other side of the bridge over here, about maybe another mile is the Gulf of Mexico. Right around the corner, like if you stay on the side that we're on, you went all the way out there, turned the corner, and you went about another mile or so, you'd be on Alligator Point Beach, where we sometimes go fishing. Hey Mark, appreciate you coming in. Yeah, you pull them out and use them. I feel bad for the little guys. They're too cute. Like if I bought some already dispatched and they were out of the shell, I would use them. But it's like you're grabbing their home and just yanking them out of it. To me, it just feels evil. I would do it though if I had to. Yeah, I'm sure they're good for bait. Any kind of crabs are generally good for bait, especially for like redfish here. They love crabs. If I could catch some tiny little blue crabs like this big, that would be amazing.
Like these?
Oh, you got one? Dylan got one, guys.
It's not a blue crab.
Yeah, our dog would be
Sand
gone.
crab.
A sand crab. Oh, he's too tiny.
What?
He's way too small. That's too small for bait. Whoa, he jumped. Dylan caught a crab like that big.
How big you want him?
Like 4 times the size of that would be good. Was he in the water?
What?
Was he in the water? He was on the ground? Oh, he just climbed on my foot.
He was under that tree.
I kicked him off my foot and he's coming right back towards me. This little guy is crazy. Man, I don't know if I've ever seen a smaller crab than this. He's so small, I'm not even worried about him pinching me. Look at the size of this crab. That is a tiny, tiny crab. Way too small for bait. Fish won't even see that guy. I'm just gonna put him in a hole over here. They make these holes on the beach and they go down in the holes. Yeah, definitely not a keeper. If he was like this big, I would use him for bait. But he was literally like not even 1 inch. Like a 3/4 inch crab. Man, the rods have gone a bit still. So far, just that one solid jack and about 2, maybe 3 dozen shrimp. And we still don't know about the crab yet. We're gonna wait until the end of the live stream so that the crab traps have had enough time to soak. And then we'll find out if we get crab for dinner too. Yeah, little tiny fiddler crab. Way too tiny to use for bait. But fiddler crabs, when they're big, when they're like this, those are pretty good bait. Sheep's head love those things. Yeah, it would just split and fly right off the hook. That one was so tiny. I don't know if I've ever seen one that tiny. I don't know if you came in after I said this, but we also have a Boston butt that's already got like 8 hours of slow cook on it. All I have to do is finish it out basically on the charcoal grill with some apple wood and mesquite wood. It'll probably be like an hour more of smoking, and then that thing is just gonna fall apart and be delicious. We'll make some pulled pork along with the shrimp, fish, and hopefully crab that we're gonna have. And we'll do a live stream later on with the taste test, maybe some food prep, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that guy wouldn't have been good bait. Sometimes of the year you can come here. Not so much right here on this beach, but like further over that way, it's all grass on the sides. And you can literally hear them moving around. There's like thousands of them in the grass. And when you're walking, you can like hear this sound of all the thousands of them moving around in the grass in front of you. It's crazy. Some people eat them, but I know a lot of people that use them for bait. And I cannot see. Nah, he's too small. I'll use them for bait, but only when they get bigger. I always want good juju or good karma. I feel like you do good to the fish or the wildlife, they'll do good to you in return, kind of thing. That's how they are up in Alaska, isn't it? You catch a elk, you thank the elk gods and everything, and you prepare it properly and you share it. You do everything so that next season you'll get another elk. Seeing any more shrimp? All right, I think it's time to put a live shrimp on the popping cork rig. See if we can't attract something up and catch like a speckled sea trout on it. That would be ideal. I can't see my chat. Yeah, good bait. Asian sea crabs. Everybody here calls them fiddler crabs. The biggest they get is like this big, and one of their claws is like half the size of their body, and the other claw is tiny. Try not to cast over the line. What happened? Right rod. Right rod, dude. You're on it? Oh. Dylan keeps catching our rods, guys. Hey, he was patient that time. No tangles. So here is the next rig we're going to try. For those of you that missed it before when I tried it, it's a really sweet popping cork. Makes tons of noise. About a 16 or 18 inch, 20-pound mono leader, and just a little bait hook. I'm going to put a live shrimp on there and cast it out. You do have them in the direct sunlight. You should change out the water. sea trout just do not seem active today. Let's see what we got going on in chat. If I can read it. Hey, Andrian's back in. Mama Fishhead, appreciate you coming in. Asian shore crabs, they're called. Okay. We always call them fiddler crabs. Glacier shark, I know. I'm Christian too. You know how they always say, oh, thank the golf gods are on my side today. Or the fishing gods are with us today. This guy was all black. It looked like an all black, tiny little crab. Oh, they are different? Okay. Wasn't trying to. Man, it is so hard to see this screen today. And the phone is in the sun too, so that means we're gonna overheat here shortly. I gotta move the phone just a bit. Maybe like over here. Now it's in the shade. Randall's in the house too. Thomas Lewis. Yeah, it is hot out here. I will go as far as to say there is no such thing as hunting or fishing gods. Yeah, the shrimp are actually starting to die in the bucket. Yep, we got the phone in the shade now, Stuart. The sun has gone just a little bit over, and where we had it in the shade now is over here. Since I can't really see the chat very well anyway, I guess it doesn't matter which side I'm on. I forget who it was, but they said they liked this angle. That's a Catholic thing, Stuart. Christians say Catholicism isn't real Christianity. I was raised Catholic, now I'm just a Christian. This is my church right here, guys. Sunday church. And that's it. Pretty warm though for church. I don't know what the temperature is in the sun, but under the shade here, it's only like probably 95 degrees. Not too bad. Out there in the sun though, it feels like you're cooking a little bit. I guess it's going to be time to check those baits there soon. I did not mean to bring up a religious conversation by talking about the elk gods. Oh, did you see that mullet jump up right in the middle there? Pretty good sized mullet. Like 18-inch mullet. I can't tell if that's the wind or if something's tapping the right rod. I think it's just the wind because now they're both doing it. Just one jack and some shrimp and stuff.
Jack and yellow?
Yeah.
Sorry to get in the way of the video.
You're good. Come on, take it down. Right rod. Looks like it's maybe a little more than the wind. I don't know. It's kind of wiggling, stopping, wiggling. Oh, that looked like a bite. I'm gonna have to go check the right rod. Nothing. No bait.
Just looking in the crab traps. Smaller one in the very end one, and maybe this big of one, and the middle one. And the middle one.
No bait again, guys. There's something small that's just like nibbling our bait off the hooks. Bait stealers, they're out there. Squirrel in the house. Appreciate you joining us. It's not a super fast action fishing video here, guys. We just got one jack. And Dylan's been catching some shrimp, but the shrimp seem to have kind of disappeared too. No action. So I'm gonna put a frozen shrimp on the right rod, cast it out as far as I can. Hopefully we get a bite here pretty soon. The tide has been slack for so long. It's a pretty big swing today. That's a pretty low tide for here. So maybe the slack is longer too because of the swing. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like we're having much water movement at all. Hey, we're up to 19 likes, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. One more like and we get to 20. I think once you get to 20, then it triggers the algorithm a little bit. Maybe we can get like a couple hundred watch hours here. I got a feeling though that if people come in right now and see a bunch of like religion stuff in the chat, they're gonna leave. It shows 20 likes. Nice. We only talked about religion for a second, guys, and I was just kind of playing around, but it triggered a conversation. We're not really talking about that. It's not really Sunday church out here. All right, let me get this thing baited up and cast it out. Shrimp. All right, I don't see any reason why these fish would not be eating that. Walter. Walter, your name is Rick. Appreciate you coming in. Why would your username be Walter if your name is Rick? But appreciate you coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel and you enjoy watching fishing, cooking, camping, anything like that, just hit that subscribe button too. Oh, okay. First name's Walter. Gotcha. So you go by Rick. That makes good sense. There's some crazy people on YouTube that have like the wrong name because they want to go in people's channels and troll them or do negative stuff. They don't want anybody to know who they really are. But that's all good. Yeah, 2 chunks of shrimp on each rig. You would think. Except that last weekend was really slow here. And now this weekend seems like it's pretty slow, other than the one big jack. Appreciate that, Rick. It's going to be hard for me for a second to not read the name. Still got 10 awesome people in here. That's cool. Appreciate that. Hey, we're over 20 likes. Dylan will be super happy. Dylan, we got more than 20 likes like you wanted. It's getting really hot, guys, and
I know what you want.
it's slow.
I know what you want. I'm not a dude through your head.
Not funny. So yeah, if it doesn't pick up here shortly, we're probably going to wrap it up here, but we're going to take it home, and we got some good stuff to cook. Delicious stuff to cook. And we have the Boston butt that's like 8 hours into the cooking process right now. How hot is it there? It's like upper 90s here. Hey, there's the bulk. Incredible bulk. Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, we're sweating out here for sure. If I put my sunglasses on, it erases the chat from my screen. Yeah, 92. I would take 92 right now, honestly. Doing good, bulk? Yeah, super humid. Where are y'all at? Is it Virginia? Oh, Myrtle Beach. Nice. I like Myrtle Beach. Generally, like our two South Carolina destinations, except Dylan and I went up to the mountains a few months ago to go trout fishing. We're either like Hilton Head or Myrtle Beach or something like that. Squirrel, I forget where you are. Where are you at? There's really good surf fishing generally in Myrtle Beach. The bad thing about Hilton Head is you catch a little shark, like little sharks like 16, 18 inches long, almost every cast. So you're like fighting off the sharks the whole time trying to catch a whiting or something. I know bulk is in Australia. It's hot up in Pennsylvania. Murrells Inlet or Pawleys. I've heard of both. I've never fished either. We haven't been to Myrtle Beach in a couple of years though. The last couple of years we went to Hilton Head. And then Dylan and I did a little spring break. Like early March, we went up to, but we stayed like South Carolina, Georgia border area. And we were fishing the rivers for trout. Nice. Much nicer. Yeah, I'll definitely have to try it. We'll be up that way in the next year or so. Try to travel as much as we can, but you know, with the size of our family and work and everything else, can't do too extravagant of trips or too often at Dirty Myrtle. I think last time I went to Myrtle Beach, I went to this bar and there was a guy that had like an Acura NSX. Remember the Acura NSX used to be like $100,000 car like 25 years ago? And he parked it like in the middle of the parking lot so nobody else could park. He took up like 4 spaces being all diagonal. And he got into a big fight out in the parking lot over the way he parked. And the guy that was like yelling at him was like, dude, 30 years ago, this would have been an awesome car. It was pretty funny. He was ragging on the guy. He's like, I can get this thing now for $2,800. Guy was acting like he was in a Lambo or something. We're out of drinks. All right, guys, looks like I'm just going to have to screenshot the one fish that we caught and make a new thumbnail. Oh, right rod's tapping. Right rod, Dylan. It just tapped. And it's gotten so slow. I think we're going to end up winding it down here in just a few minutes. There's nothing tapping it at this moment. Oh, now I see it. Yeah, there's something tapping. They're not taking it down. There must just be some like little tiny catfish out there or something. Nope, I have not fished there. We generally stay a little further south. We do like Amelia Island area quite often. Like Talbot State Park, mostly Florida stuff. I actually don't have a Georgia fishing license, so we never go to Georgia. I have Florida and I had South Carolina. It expired though. I'll have to get a new one soon. I like fishing South Carolina. It's got a lot of different stuff. Squirrel, we're in Ocklawahnee Bay. The Ocklawahnee River goes up that way, and the Gulf of Mexico is right over there past the bridge. North Florida. But it's pretty dead now. I think fish has just been turned off the last few days, or a couple weeks. But we did get one nice jack. Yeah. From what I hear, there's lots of good catfishing freshwater. We never catch any big ones. We catch small channel cats. When we come here in the saltwater, we catch a bunch of hardhead catfish or the gaff top sail cats. They can get like 2 feet long. They're pretty fun. Orange Beach, Alabama. That is probably 3 hours away. There we go. Dylan, they're taking it. It was just bending. Be ready. Something definitely just bent the rod enough for me to want to go grab it. Oh, they're doing it again. All right, be ready, Dylan. Just slowly pick it up, and next time it pulls, just start reeling hard. You got circle hooks, so you don't have to set it. All right, I think he might catch a catfish or something here, guys. It's enough to pull the rod down, so they're messing with it. Cooking contest, nice. We love some cooking. You're gonna want to check out this Boston butt we got waiting for us back home. We'll go live a little bit later, like dinner time. What time is it right now? I don't even know. But we'll go live because we got a fish to cook. We'll do some shrimp. Dylan's got at least a dozen good sized shrimp in there. And then the Boston butt, 225. Okay. We'll probably call it here in like 5 minutes. It looks like we went live like right at noon. What I was telling everybody early on in the live stream, I've noticed that trying to go live on Sunday mornings is brutal because you got like every other person that fishes on YouTube live at like between 9 and 12 a.m. on Sundays. So I just waited till after 12, right at 12, and then I went. So hopefully we had less competition. We're still a small channel, so every view hour that we get makes a difference. How's it going? Tie the hook on?
Like, well, I already got the string in it, but we're trying to like connect. He got the one look like that. He got that one.
Oh, I'll check it out. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go help somebody with a rig. Watch the rods, Dylan. Just helped him rig up a rod and tie it up. Showed him an improved clinch knot. Couple random fishing tips there. And still no activity over here. So we have been live now for 2.5 hours with one fish. We will not subject you guys to any more of this torture. Appreciate everybody for coming in. It was nice meeting you guys, the new people. We welcome all of our newcomers. We'll be doing some cooking and taste testing tonight when we get back to the house. And tomorrow's Monday, so we're probably not going to go live tomorrow. But we are like so close to our watch time requirement that we've just been pumping out live streams like crazy. This is our 4th day in a row going live. I'll do it one more time tonight because of the fish and everything else. But yes, Simon, appreciate you joining us. We are about to call it here for the day. My phone's probably going to overheat here any second too. Oh yeah, we do have to check the crab traps. I forgot. All right, we're going to check the crab traps real quick, guys. And then we'll call it. All right, Dylan's going to pull them. All right, crab pot number 1. You see one?
I saw it.
Oh, he sees a crab that's not in the trap. He's going to try to grab it with his dip net. Where was he? He's probably about to go in. The trap is like 2 inches from where he is trying to net. The crab was probably going to go in the trap. He might have just lost us that crab, guys. The blue crab are delicious. If we get enough, we do a crab and shrimp boil, and usually some crawfish, mix it all together. Cajun seasoning, onion, garlic, peppers, everything, and just mix it all together and boil it. And it's really, really good. All right, just pull the trap. The tide is so low that the tops of the traps are out of the water. No, we're leaving. There is no later. All right, he's going to pull that one last, he said. That crab might come back for the chicken. All right, pot number 2. Let's see it, Dylan. Nothing? Oh man, no crabs.
There's a crab in here earlier. Oh, there's a blue crab. Right there.
A big one?
No. Look at it. Right
Oh yeah, you tiny.
there.
All right. So trap number 2 was a skunk. It's just been so hot here lately, guys. It's hard to catch anything. We'll just throw the chicken in there. Free crab dinner. Hold on. All right, let's go check trap number 3. See how it's out of the water? We definitely didn't put them out quite far enough. I thought it was low tide when we got here. So because it wasn't low tide and the tide's been going out, the top of the trap is out of the water. That doesn't matter too much because the crabs will still go in there. And there's nothing in it, guys. So the crab are not hitting. I see the commercial crab pots are like 200 yards out. Obviously those guys know where to put the traps more than we do. So no crabs. Oh, nice. I know I'm missing a lot of the chat, guys. I'm sorry. Usually towards the end of the live streams, I get all distracted with doing stuff. But I'll try to catch back up either at the end or when we're rewatching later, maybe. Yeah, nothing really even messed with the chicken. We'll just feed them today. Maybe we'll get them all fat and happy, and then next time we come, we'll catch some. All right, one more trap to check, and I'm guessing it's gonna be 0. Yeah, you probably have the two double-decker ones, the tall ones. Ours are just the singles. But we don't really seriously crab fish that much. We just have some for like doing this kind of thing. Sometimes we'll take them out on the kayaks and drop them, and we'll go out fishing, and then we'll check them on the way back in. All right, what's in number 3? Nothing, guys. A big fat goose egg on the crab traps today. Yeah, just not quite our day today, guys. I don't put my boat in salt water, so we never get to try it. We have a little saltwater boat, but it's non-operational at the moment. It needs a bunch of work. We basically have to rebuild the entire thing. But one of these days we'll get to that project, and then we'll be able to take all the crab pots out. We'll get a couple more because we're allowed 5 of them legally in Florida as a recreational angler. But for right now, guys, we're just gonna have to call it. We'll be going back live later. Our freshwater boat is pristine and in perfect working condition, and it has a steel trailer, so that's why I do not want to put it in the saltwater. It's not really a great saltwater boat anyway. It's a Tracker Grizzly. I mean, I know of people that use those in saltwater, but just the trailer that it's sitting on, I know would rust away in like a year or 2 if I used it in saltwater. So I'd either have to get an aluminum trailer or just get a different boat for saltwater, which is the best solution, I think. Nice. Yeah, we got the 17-foot Grizzly. But anyways, guys, appreciate everybody for joining. Pleasure meeting all the new ones, all the new people. So happy to have you in here. It's always humbling that anybody wants to come in here and hang out with us while we're doing this. Today was kind of slow. They're not always like this. But yes, we will thank you one more time, and we'll see you later. Make sure you join us in the next live stream. Check out all of our long form videos. We don't do many shorts anymore, but check out the long form videos, live streams, many more coming very soon. We'll see y'all soon.